Hello and welcome back to Tactical Thursday with Johnny Tiger and
Kitten.
Kitten. Kitten is going to get abducted today on camera. This is October 21st, 2021, 212021. I like that. Um, we missed our Tactical Tuesday because we were out of town and doing night strike business. Got a lot done. It was kind of fun, eh?
Very beneficial to my child.
Kitten had the first time on the ferry.
Yes, it
It's
was super fun.
a lot of fun. Uh, uh, and we ran into like a taxi driver who was like a serial killer. Really,
Oh,
really creepy kind of stuff.
thought I was gonna have to use some night strike.
Yeah, sometimes some people they are nice, but their mannerism can be really, really creepy. And there's nothing wrong with the action of this taxi driver. He was kind of nice, right? Like, you know, he turned off the meter um, when he was looking for a destination rather than charging us that extra. And he helped us find where we needed to go.
Yes,
So action-wise, he was okay, but he talked and laughed really creepy.
yes.
Yeah, he kind of sounded like what you imagine a classic horror movie serial killer. Where are you guys from? You guys from Vancouver? Suck for you.
Yeah, yeah.
It was just really creepy. Um, so we already showed bear hugging from the front, how to escape that. Um, so today we're going to look at being grabbed from behind. Because a lot of time in groping or sexual harassment situation, it's unlikely the guy walk up to you from the front and give you a big hug. I mean, usually only your uncle do that. Yeah, but gropers and sexual predators, they grab from behind, right? A lot of time. Okay, just disclaimer. I never done this before to people, so it's not like I come from, like I'm not like I'm very experienced at doing this. Uh, no, but I get my information from people who's gotten groped and harassed before. Usually it will come like this from behind, and then they'll feel you up, and then they run away. Or they come up to you, put their hand on your shoulder, and as human beings, a lot of time we react to friendly gesture with friendliness, right? Someone suddenly come up and hey, you kind of want to turn to them and say hey. That usually is your first reaction because this gesture, arm across the shoulder, makes you kind of think it's someone you know. And then that's when they do their thing to you. Yeah? So I'm not saying that next time someone puts their shoulder on you, you go ballistic on them. Don't do that. But just remember that, alright? Sometimes this is a way for predators to let you get your guard down. So we'll come from behind. We'll look at the easy one first. And I think for this one, let's turn so you can face the camera uh, so they can see what you're doing with your hand. The arm come down. This is a version that's called arm free. Your arms are not trapped. Right? Arm free. So they grab you like this. And either going to pick you up or they start groping or whatever. First thing you want to do is don't panic. Okay? Find the hand. Find the hand. Find the person's hand. And then locate the back of the hand. Okay? Make a fist and take your knuckle and hit the back of the hand 3 times. Ow! Usually that's what's going to happen. Is the hand immediately want to open up when you hit them like that. When you after the hand open up, look for the finger of an opposite hand. So if you are using a left hand, you look for a finger on the right hand of the person. Once you secure the finger, then we go into knife strike business. We take the finger, we turn, we control the finger. If the person wants to be a pest, you will apply a little bit of pressure on the finger. Ow, 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 tap. Okay, very, very good technique because the back of the hand, there's no muscle. Well, not really anyway. Like
Right.
doesn't matter what kind of if you can lift 500 pounds or whatever. Back of the hand is back of the hand, skin and bone pretty much. So you hit it with something hard like your knuckle, it hurts. And when it hurts, the person wants to take the hand away, giving you the chance to get that finger. This technique works too if one of your arms trapped. On the person gets one of your arms trapped, that's okay. You still have one arm free. Find the back of the hand and use your knuckle and hit it 3 times. Knuckle, ow. Okay, and then you get the finger. Okay, uncle. Okay, so as you see, what's happened there? If she hit it light or not hard enough, doesn't work. Now, bear in mind when you practice this with a partner, you don't want to be a pest. Okay? That if if I grab her arm free or one arm trap, and she does the tap 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 to the back of my hand, right? If I don't let go, then the only thing she has to do is go harder. Eventually, it's just going to hurt really bad. So, so you kind of want to use some moderation when you work with a partner on this one. Uh, you don't want to destroy each other's hand, and you don't want to force your partner to use a lot of unnecessary force that end up getting you hurt. As long as you feel your partner hitting the right spot, and you get that ouch, and let go. Okay, there's a point for training realistically, but it's not supposed to be like that every time. You train realistically every time, then we'll be gouging people's eye out and grabbing the groin for real and fighting for real. That wouldn't be cool for training. So you got to use some imagination and some common sense for that.
And for those of us who are visually impaired or totally blind, Johnny reminded me that where you're tapping with your knuckles is the back of their hand. So the sensitive part in between the fingers where the hand is.
Yeah, between the knuckle and the wrist.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't want to hit the wrist. Hitting the
No.
wrist doesn't do anything.
No.
Hitting the forearm doesn't do anything either. Now I have experienced this before, so if it happens, just know that it will happen sometime. It's when you hit the back of the hand with your knuckle, you end up with bruised knuckles yourself next day. Yeah, because it's bone on bone. In self-defense, everything in life, this is how physics work. No matter what you do, the amount of force you put out always come back to you. That's basic physics. So when you hit, if you hit with 50 pounds of force, you damage the person with 50 pounds of force, you also damage yourself with 50 pounds of force. Okay? So keep that in mind. If you say, "Ah, well, my finger hurts," it's supposed to happen. When you hit someone, that's what happens. And next, arm trapped. Arm trapped has two versions. One is a easy newbie version. The person who's doing the grabbing is not very experienced. They are kind of uh, newbie. They're kind of not very pro in it, which means they come and grab you. They'll grab you around the chest or shoulder, like this. Feel really tight, right?
Yes.
But watch this. I can hold on as tight as I want, And all she has to do is get her one hand to my elbow, so her left hand to my left elbow, right hand to my right elbow. She's going to pull one down while lifting the other one. I was holding on. How tight was I holding on?
Pretty tight. That hurt.
Smushing the heck out of her.
Yeah.
But that didn't stop her from being able to wiggle out just by pulling one elbow down, lifting the other elbow up, because it creates room for her body. And since the arms are up here around the shoulder, the moment she does that, one of them is going to pop free. Right? And then that allows her to turn. And when you turn, you take out your self-defense tool or whatever, hammer fist or whatever. Ow.
Yeah.
Yeah. The, the second version of the untrapped version is a more dangerous one. This one I'm going to stand. We're going to stand this way so you guys can see what's going on. So this version is the person actually know a little bit of what they're doing. So they're going to grab you below the elbow rather than around the chest and shoulder. They're going to grab you around the middle, like this, down low. Huh? Because this way, now you can't really hit the back of my hand. You can't really use your hand hardly. You can't do the elbow thing. You
No.
can't really do. You can't headbutt me because I'm hiding my head, behind your back. So in this instance, you want to take the person's attention away from squeezing you or taking you away by, yes, stomping on their foot. Locate the foot, locate the foot, and stomp on it. The person go, ow, and then you want to, yeah, don't lose your balance when you do that. When you stomp the foot, it's very important to drop your weight. So go into a bit of a squat. Because when you're squatting, it's going to be very hard for the person to lift you up. If you're up here, yeah, very different. So go back into full standing. Ah, I can lift you, but if you're squatting, there's no way. It's not going anywhere. Um, so stomp on the foot, squat down, and move. Yeah. In cases where stomping on the foot and you're squatting, but the person still got an iron hold on you, which happens sometimes. I had trained with some really big people. Some of the people we trained with are 200 or 300 pounds,
Okay.
350. When they get an arm around you, it's like being grabbed by a dinosaur. You just get enveloped by a lot of flesh, and you feel like a whole mountain is like behind you. So in those cases, what you want to do is arch your hip forward. Alright, I don't know if you guys can see this on camera. I hope you can. When she's standing up properly, so go back, her hand can't really do anything because her own leg, my leg, everything is in the way. The moment she arches forward, suddenly there's room behind her, so she can start going for the groin, going for the groin. I can hold on as tight as I want, but she keeps that up at the groin. I have to do something. I have to let go. Okay, so those are the solutions for the hardest bear hug. It's an arm trap, nice and low. You want to stomp the foot, squat down, and if the person's still holding on, arch your hip and go for the groin. Wow, how is a blind girl so accurate? I don't know. So that's it, folks. Three different ways of bear hug prevention: arm free, an arm trap with around the chest, arm trapped, low around the middle. These are, like I said before, these are more, I want to call them suggestions.
Mm.
These are things for you to learn so you can understand how human body works. I'm not going to say you have to do this or else because when things actually happen, whatever you do that works is whatever is right. Right? I mean, even I myself, when I get grabbed, not like anyone want to sexually harass me or anything, but in training, when we're sparring, a lot of people like to try to bear hug from behind and wrestle you down. Whenever I get grabbed, it's not going to be textbook every time. Sometimes the person try to grab me from behind, and I just like don't do that, and that works. You know, it's not very complicated, not very pretty, but if it gets you out of a situation, gets you out of a situation. Right? So understand human body mechanic. If you take nothing away from today's video, or if you say these techniques are too complicated,
Mm.
just remember back of the hand if you can get it, finger if you can get it, and elbow lift, one drop, just like a dance move. And I'll be back in a little bit, maybe a few hours. We do have a nice strike workout session today, so I'll do Toy Thursday after that. So come back later for some Halloween related spooky stuff.
Mm.
Maybe one of these days I'll do a spooky kitten action figure.
Oh, no.
Thank you, folks, and we'll be back later.
Thank you.